Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? Okay, today we are going to study about English syntax. Maybe you have already known about what is syntax because you have already studied Introduction to Linguistics. So in this semester I'm going to teach you English syntax. It is consists of 2 credit hours for semesters. So in this occasion I'm going to explain about the rules of our class. So we are going to have 16 meetings. So you are going to have mid-semester test, final examination, and also we are going to have teaching and learning process. We are going to have exercise, discussion about syntax. And for the evaluation, as usual, we have 20% for your attendance and 20% for your assignment and 20% for your mid-semester and 40% for your final examination. So I hope in this subject you are going to be a diligent student, because in syntax, if you miss one meeting, you are going to lose the information which is very important for the next meeting. Today we are going to talk about definition of English syntax and types of grammar. What is syntax? Actually, syntax is from the word Greek, means arrangement. So in general, syntax is the rules of sentence formation, the study of the structure of the sentences. So in the language structure, actually there are 3 parts, phonology, grammar, semantics. And in grammar we talk about morphology and syntax. So in this semester you are going to talk about that. As stated by Chomsky, he stated that syntax actually has the general sense of grammar. So in grammar we talk about phonology. Phonology is the sound system of human. And we talk about morphology, the formation of the word. And we talk about the syntax, the sentence structure. And also the semantics. Semantics talk about the meaning, the meaning of the sentence. Why do we study syntax and what is it good for? We need to study syntax because of there are many reasons actually. So in this chance I'm going to explain about 2 reasons why we have to study syntax. The first one, because syntax help us to illustrate the patterns of English more effectively and clearly, and to enable us to analyze the structure of English sentence. Okay, let's see the example in here. So in the sentence actually we talk about, in the syntactic notion of head, it is refers to the essential elements within a phrase. So in the sentence usually we have subject and also verb. So in the example, the recent strike by pilots have cost the country a great deal of money from tourism and so on. So in this sentence, the subject is strike, not pilots. So in here, since the subject is singular, so the word have should be has. So the sentence should be, the recent strike by pilots has cost the country a great deal of money from tourism and so on. By understanding the syntax, so we will know about the mistake this about the sentence that we made. So that's why the knowledge of syntax is very important for us to be learned, actually, especially for us as the English teachers. And next, types of grammar. Types of grammar, there are 5. Yeah, the first one is mental grammar. Let's talk about internal linguistic knowledge in the mind. And then the second one is developmental grammar. It's about a learner's grammar. And the third is prescriptive grammar, a set of prescribed rules which tell people how to speak or write. And the fourth, descriptive grammar, how people do speak in actual utterances. And the last is pedagogical grammar, teaching grammar widely used in the schools. Mental grammar means that our internal linguistic knowledge. It means that it is from our behavior, yeah. So usually linguistic knowledge is in our mind. So in here we have to consider grammatical knowledge as structure knowledge, but we have to know, yeah, how to use the structure knowledge. Grammar can be divided into 3 view, yeah. The first one is we talk about mental grammar. So based on sign linguistic view, it means that internal linguistic knowledge means that what goes on in language users mind. So actually subconscious, not result of any teaching. So it means we know the grammar directly because we don't study about it. And then for linguistic ethic, based on sociologist's view, means that social attitudes and values, proper or best structures to be used in the language. And the nature of language, based on linguistic view in general, it means that a description of the grammar, study and analysis of the structure found in a language. So in here, for linguistic ethics, it is prescriptive grammar, and for the nature of the language, it is descriptive grammar. 2. Developmental grammar, a learner's grammar. So the mental grammar in the developmental stage. So in here, type of language produced by learners who are in the process of learning language. Errors in the language use of the first language or the second language learner, which is the result of a normal pattern of development and is common among language learners. So in here, the learners learn language and they do or they speak or they write the English language, but there are something errors in the language. For example, the word calm and the fast become calm, go become good, and break. Prescriptive grammar is a set of prescribed rules which tells people how to speak or write socially corrected use of a language. So in here, a set of rules about how you should speak or write gives judgment on which structure are correct and which are incorrect. So in here, we are going to have a judgment whether the sentence we made is correct or incorrect. It is because the influences of lives on in the handbook of usage widely found today. For example, yeah, when we talk about double negative, it is different with affirmative, yeah. When we say in, so it means that you are going not to do that. It's me. Ending sentences with preposition. It's me, not it's here, because it is wrong rules. Who are you talking to? For descriptive grammar, how people do speak in actual utterances. So in here, linguistic description of the structures of a language as they are observed to be used, with no evaluation, no judgmental of social correctness. So in here, we talk as long as we can. So in here, there's no evaluation or judgmental whether your speaking English is right or wrong. So Collins Cobalt dictionary example, the word huge, corpus analyze and describe. Okay, for example, when you say when you say the sentence, either of the dictionaries are or is good, so the other speaker or the other listener will not judge whether it is wrong or right. But actually, when you said that either of the dictionaries are good, so it means that based on the prescriptive view, it is wrong. So should be either of the dictionary is good, not are. But according to descriptive grammar, you can talk as you want without seeing the structure of the grammar. Last, the 5 pedagogical grammar. It means that teaching grammars widely used in schools. A teaching grammar designed for developing non-students awareness of their mother tongue, or for teaching language as a foreign language. So in here, like Indonesian, we use pedagogical grammar because it is not our mother tongue language. So we learn English because it is a foreign language. And in pedagogical grammar, selection from mental grammar to present to learners. So usually the combination of descriptive and prescriptive grammars, and more contemporary pedagogical grammars moving away from prescriptive. For example, in Michael Swain, the book is entitled about practical English usage, or a textbook, or a grammar book. So in here, we use the book in order to learn the grammar, and we do the process of teaching grammar, which is taught by the